Hello and welcome to day 6 of Vlogmas. It's a super frosty morning. It was well below freezing when I did the school run this morning, and it hasn't thawed at all as the day's going on. But I thought I would take you for a wee walk around Montrose. There's lots of lovely green spaces. Everything's very grey and cold just now, but even so it's nice just to try and explain a little bit of how it's laid out. We're very lucky because we live very centrally, so there's no distance to go to the parks or the beach or anything. It's wonderful. I might take you to the beach another day. But I think it's a bit too cold for that today. There's a lot of background noise. I apologise, I don't know what they're doing, but the sound is carrying well today, so even though I can't see anything, you can hear it. But yeah, if you have any questions about anything I show or anything I don't show, or just want to know anything about Montrose in general, please let me know. I love watching other people's homes and things that they pick out that are kind of interesting to them. There's lots of quirky buildings around here, but I might wait till spring to show you some of those because it'll be a bit prettier. I picked out one or two, but yeah, if there's anything at all, just let me know. I'm wearing my Tender hat, which is by Melody Hoffman, I think. I used DK mini skeins for it, so I was lucky I managed to do it with just 3 DK mini skeins and some Suri silk cloud, and then my You Can Be Scrappy and Soft cowl. So glad for that. The only thing is I don't have any mittens. That's something I want to make, but I haven't done it yet. I want to find something really cosy that I can use some Suri in as well. So if you have any pattern recommendations, please let me know for mittens or gloves, but I would think mittens might be a good one to start with. That would be wonderful because my hands are freezing. Running parallel to the high street, there's a series of parks called the Mid-Links here in Montrose. It's a Victorian design and each park is different, which I love. We have all sorts of things from the church and a play park to bowling greens and tennis club. The parks are all protected now, they have protected status, which is amazing, and it's just lovely to go for a walk with the dog around this area. Peyton's Mill, that's what you're looking at just now. It was built in 1795 as a linen and jute mill. The whole area is well known for jute, jam and journalism from Dundee upwards, and I'm so glad that they're finally turning the mill into something. For a while there was concern that it might be knocked down and demolished, and thankfully they're turning it into housing, so at least it's still going to live on in some sense. I hate seeing buildings being torn down, especially ones that are that old. The mill is right alongside one of the parks in the Mid-Links, and also in that park is a statue of Robbie Burns. Apparently he had family in the area and used to come and visit the town, which is quite cool. On the other side of the park is the museum, which was apparently the first purpose-built museum in Scotland. I've only been in it once or twice when we first moved here, but it was amazing, all the things that were in it. I really should go back. Then there's this is called the Kirky Steps. It runs between the graveyard up to the steeple. The steeple is beautiful, and has the most amazing chimes. I love living so close that I can hear that. It's really lovely. I always wanted to live really near a church and be able to hear the bells chiming. Then there is the graveyard itself. In the springtime it's beautiful with snowdrops and then crocuses and then daffodils. It's just gorgeous, and now because it's no longer a working graveyard, if that's the right term, I'm not sure, it's been turned into more of a nature area, and therefore it the grass doesn't get cut or anything like that, but it's left for wildlife to have a space. On the high street, you can see it's quite a wide high street. Apparently it's the widest in Scotland,
I love the high street, although it has gone downhill quite rapidly this last few years. But that's the case everywhere in the UK. Also, Montrose is known, or Montrosians are known as gable enders, because when the town was being built, many of the wealthy merchants built their houses gable end to gable end, and you can still see some of them in the high street today. This is one of the quirky buildings that I was telling you about. There are lots of lovely houses in Montrose, but this one just amuses me because it's all odd angles and shapes, but I quite like it for that all the same. These tennis players are braver than I am. It's blooming freezing. I definitely would not be playing tennis today.
So this is the Curly Pond. It's a beautiful pond. It was originally used for curling in the winter and boating in the summer. I've only ever seen photos of that because obviously it's a long time since that was its use. But it's a great place for nature. For a lot of years there were two beautiful swans that used to live here. They'd come here in just before winter set in. They'd live here over winter and in the springtime, and then they would actually walk the whole way with their baby cygnets to the nature reserve here in Montrose. So they used to sometimes get a police escort because they walked through the traffic the whole way. It was amazing to see. But unfortunately the last couple of years there's been no sign of them, so I don't know if something happened. I don't know. It's so sad because I would love to see them. Although one time they chased my dog because we were walking around the path around the pond, and obviously they had babies, and the dad swan decided that Leo, being a Dalmatian and very big and white, was a threat to him. So he came flying across the pond. I must be honest, we both thought, oh, but it was fine. He just stopped at the very edge to make it clear, but yeah, something that still makes me chuckle when I think about it. But yeah, I do miss seeing them. They were beautiful.